Whoa, man, this thing's fast. Hey guys and girls, I'm James and welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the fastest little mini drone I've ever flown. This is the Hilldow D12. It's super fast, comes with 3 batteries. It folds up and fits in the middle of the controller, and actually the other 2 batteries actually store in the back of it. So if you're looking for a fast little drone and it's real portable, this is it. It does come with the camera, but if you're buying this for the camera, please don't. The camera was hit and miss and it wasn't very good, but I'll show that to you and I'll show you how good it flies. But so why should you start with the beginner mini drone? Because the orientation is the same as a big drone. A lot of times people go spend a lot of money on a drone and they come home with something like this because they don't understand the orientation of it. They buy it, they put it up in the air, they're afraid to fly it. So really, both of these sit on 4 axes. So they both pitch forward and back, they yaw left and right, they roll left and right, and they go up and down. So if you learn how to fly this one, which flies really fast, and with this controller, when you buy your big drone, your subconscious already knows how to fly it. Kind of like when you're driving, you're aware of where you're going, but your subconscious is really telling you how to do. You don't have to think about it. Well, until you can fly this one and not have to think about it, you shouldn't fly a big drone. And this one's so fast. It's almost too fast for a beginner. Even in speed 1, it's really fast for inside. It does flips. It's really cool. But this thing's got a lot of competition at this price point because it's this price point on Amazon right now. And I really like the other drone that Hilldow sent me. I did a review on this one. It's got some cool lights and a lot of good features. So did they do good with this one? Well, let's go put her up in the air and find out. And then we'll sit down, we'll go over the drone and all the functions of it. And then I'll come back for my final review. So let's go put her up in the air. All right, so this is speed 1. It's really fast, even in speed 1. It's easy to control. There's really no latency. I mean, it flies really, really good. Like I'll say in the review, the camera's almost worthless. One thing I do like is the camera's at least pointing straight forward, not down like a lot of them. So that's speed 1. Let's try little bit of wind out here, so you can't fly if it's windy outside. Let's try a flip. There's a flip. All right, let's try it again. There's a flip. All right, let's try speed 2. Wow, it's really quick. Holy moly. This thing's almost too fast for being so small. The wind's picking up. All right, there's speed 3. Whoa, man, this thing's fast. All right, I got to give it to it. It's really fast. Whoa. All right, I got to give it to it. It's the fastest little mini drone. Woo. All right, it flies really good. Wow. Man, I wonder how fast this thing is. All right, I gotta give it to it. It's the fastest little mini drone I've ever seen. All right. So it always starts out in speed 1. So if the drone is facing away from you, it is easier to fly. I really do like the lights on it. It's red in the back, and it's got these 2 bright ones in the front. Like I said, I'm getting like 5 or 6 minutes of flight time. Now I would not go out of speed 1 inside. Also, if you're going to do flips, make sure you got a lot of space. Well, this one actually doesn't take a lot of space to do flips. A lot of them do. Really smooth little flips. Yeah, I would not go out of speed 1 if you're inside. You know, I never had to set the trim on it. It actually flies really good. Oh wow, you know what? You can just push up on the once you get it down, you can just push up on it. Because it does seem to take off and go too high when you're doing it. So here's my favorite thing on it. Right here is a spin button. You hit the spin button and it spins. Isn't that cool? and you just touch any button and it'll come out of it. So again, here's the spin button. All right, so this really is my favorite little feature of it, the little spin. And if you push up or down, then it will come out of it. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the camera. Sometimes the camera worked, sometimes it didn't. But what using the camera does is it gives you good practice on starting the pre-start checklist. So you've got to hook it up to your phone, hook it up to the Wi-Fi of your phone, and then push record and learn how to get the footage on it. But as you can see, it's almost worthless. So let's go inside. So let's see what he weighs in at. He weighs in at 29 grams, which is, you know, with the prop guards on, that's going to be about the same as the Holyton 330, even though it looks a lot smaller. But that's compared to like 76 grams for the Holystone 430. So how much is 29 grams? Well, 29 grams is about the same weight as 3 delicious Twizzlers. Oh wait, it's about the same weight as 2.5 pieces of Twizzlers. So on the drone folds up real nicely, and it fits inside the slot right here for safe travel. It unfolds. You got to make sure you unfold it all the way. If you unfold it like that, it's not going to fly right. You got to pop these all the way in, all the way. You got to pop those all the way out. The drone, it's got a really nice light in the back that I showed you that's red, and these 2 white lights are in the front. You turn it on right here. On the batteries, it comes with 3 batteries, and here's the charger. And they have little slots, so you put them in there and you slide it forward. And this light actually turns red when it's finished charging. So the light's off while it's charging, and they really charge fast. I think they're only charging like 15-20 minutes, but you get about, like I said, 5 or 6 minutes of flight time because their motors are so powerful. So you put it in there, and it slides backwards to get on to lock in. You turn the drone on, and here's what's real important about it. When you turn on the remote, you go to get it to bind. So right now, if you try to take off, it's not going to take off. You can push, this is the takeoff button right here. You got to go up and down to bind it. So it's up, down, and then when you hit this button now, it'll take off. Then you hit this button again to make it land. This is headless mode. Don't ever use that. You're buying this to learn the orientation of the drone. These right here are your trim buttons. And so if it's drifting to the left or to the right or up and down, you use these trim buttons to hold down till you get it circled. It takes a little practice, but you'll get the hang of it. Here's your 3 speed buttons, and this is to do your flip button, and this is the spin button. You have to use the app to take pictures and videos, but again, guys, it worked half the time it did, and even when it did, it wasn't very good. You're buying this drone because it fits inside this thing, and it's super fast, if that's what you want. So it does come with an instruction booklet, and right here is where you download the app with the ISO. It's a Wi-Fi drone, so be sure if you want to use the camera that you go and turn on your Wi-Fi on your drone and then reopen the app, and then the camera will work, hopefully. So I said it's the fastest little drone in the world, but for the size, but actually this one is. But look how small this thing is. I mean, even compared to like the DJI Mini 3, it's a tiny little drone. So it did come with handy dandy screwdriver, extra props. It doesn't come with the prop removal tool, but be real careful when you pull this off that you don't pull the wires out. If you're flying indoors, if you're new, or even outdoors, if you're flying indoors, I would leave the prop guards on. So it takes 3 AAAs. So right here, but it does hold these 2 little batteries, really cool. It's fun though, but is it the best drone for the money in this price point? Well, let's go back and go for the final review. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching my review of this little Hilldow D12, the fastest little mini drone I've ever flown. So if you're looking at the fastest little mini drone, which is kind of good because it really helps sharpen your skill set, because you've got to respond very quickly when you're flying this at high speeds. And it does pretty good outside, even in a little bit of wind, because it's so powerful, but you're only going to get 5 or 6 minutes of flight time. But it does come with 3 batteries, and again, they store in the back. The camera, don't buy this for the camera. The camera was hit and miss. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And even when it did, it wasn't very good. So, and the one thing about this drone though, they are brushed motors. And brushed motors, if they get into a bind, they burn up very quickly. So it does come with brush guards, but if you want something that you're gonna fly indoors a lot, then you need to buy some buy something with covered props. Like I really like this Holyton 330. Doesn't come with the camera, but it flies really good. A little bit better flight time, but it's this price point on Amazon right now, so it's actually a little bit cheaper. Another good option that has a camera now is this DERC D23. It's got the coolest lights ever on a mini drone. I really like this one, and it comes with 3 batteries, and it gets a little bit better flight time. But if you're wanting to buy something with a good camera that's small, nothing beats this little Holystone HS430. It's got an adjustable gimbal. It's a 1080p camera. Actually really takes good photos. And in light wind, you'll get some good videos. But I was getting 10 to 12 minutes of flight time with this drone, and it's this price point on Amazon right now. So if that's what you're looking for, this is the drone. But guys, if you want a really fast little drone and you want good portability, I mean, this is a really good option. It's nice to have options out there, right? Kind of like women that have so many shoes, right? They want more options. So like always, if you got something out of this, please like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.